In April 2017, I went back to Europe to check out a less traveled part of the continent, Eastern Europe. I booked the Eastern Road with Contiki, whom I did the European Discovery trip 6 months earlier. I had an idea of what to expect on this trip from the Contiki experience, but I didn't know what people I would meet or things I would experience and remember for the rest of my life. This is the Eastern Road. So this video is going to be a little bit short on visuals for a variety of reasons. So when you travel, there are certain times where extraordinary circumstances arise and you just don't have really any time to take any pictures or video or anything like that, and those are one of those times. So early Sunday morning, I had a train ride from Paris to Berlin. And I decided to take the train because one, I don't go to Europe that often, and I love seeing traveling through the countryside, seeing small towns and villages and stuff like that. Even though I could have flown from Paris to Berlin, I decided to take the train. It was a 9-hour train ride. Literally, I'm going across pretty much the whole entire continent. So my train left at 6:40 in the morning in Paris and would arrive at 3:30 in the afternoon in Berlin, which gave me enough time to go to my hotel, relax a little bit before our first Contiki meeting that we had at 5 o'clock that evening. So I woke up pretty early on Sunday, and the train station that I needed to go was Gare du Est, which is literally right near the Gare du Nord station where I had originally arrived from the airport. So I had an idea where to go, and I made it to the Gare du Nord station. And from there, it just completely fell apart for some reason. Looking at the maps and following the maps, it just led in a bunch of circles in that. And now I'm looking at my watch. It's now 6:30 in the morning. My train leaves in 10 minutes, and I have no idea how to get to the train station. So fortunately, there was taxis at the Gare du Nord train station. So I asked, where is this place? So the guy gave me some directions. So I went down a couple streets and still nothing. Oh, great. Now I'm going to miss my train. Fortunately, there was a street cleaner cleaning the street. And I asked him, where is this train station? And I was literally just a couple of turns and I was there. So coming around the bend where the buildings are, so this big open space, and looked like a train station. I thought, yes, there it is, the train station. And I got to the train station with literally just under 8 minutes left before the train was leaving. It was the ICE train from Paris to Berlin. It involved one connecting transfer, and I had 52 minutes between transfers. So I made it onto the train. The train took off. After about 20 minutes or so, the train stopped, and we waited there for 45 minutes or so. There was some technical malfunction with some computer system. I don't really know what it was about. Fortunately, I didn't miss my connection. I made it with literally 12 minutes before my other train was going to depart the train station. And yeah, I was off on that train and off to Berlin. Finally, at 3:30 p.m., I arrived at the Berlin HVF train station, which is the largest train station in Europe. It's absolutely massive and impressive. On the lowest level, they have tracks, and then they have 3 levels with shopping, restaurants, and a couple other things. And then on the upper level, there's also more tracks, and that's what I arrived on the upper level there. So getting off the train, I was pretty tired after traveling for for 9 hours and being awake for almost 12 hours now. And I decided I just had enough, and I just took a taxi from the train station to our hotel to start our Contiki trip. And at 5 o'clock we had our Contiki meetup. We met everybody, found out what was going to happen on our tour, and then we were off to an included dinner that night, and had sausages and a nice big liter of beer and that, and then we checked out some of the sites around our hotel, including one of the palaces, and that was the start of our Contiki trip. And tomorrow we'll be off on officially the start of Eastern Road. We will have a full walking tour of Berlin, and I'm so excited to be in Berlin because I've never been to Berlin before. This is my third time in Germany. I've been to pretty much a good part of the country now, but I've never been to the capital. So I was really looking forward to seeing Berlin, and really looking forward to learning about the history of Berlin, especially during World War II, and then after World War II with the Berlin Wall and the East and West Germany and East and West Berlin. And Berlin is just so full of history, and we'll really dive into that tomorrow.